Warning. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Those suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience playing this game. Viewer discretion is advised. Previously on Doki Doki Literature Club.
And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Our shoulders are almost touching. Scandalous! This is only episode 2! Next you're gonna be telling me we're gonna be doing the do. Cause that's what friends do. That's what friends do.
And now, we continue.
Hey, everybody out there in YouTube land. Jake of the One Man Band is back again. Welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. I know, quick update for everyone who's been following this series since the beginning. Some of you have been putting in the comments that I should be checking the game's files every now and then. And, well, earlier today I checked and there was nothing really strange in there. And so, not quite sure what that's all about. I know it has something to do with the game. Like, the game as it progresses. The thing is, I'm not exactly sure when I should start checking every single time, or what have you. So, for the time being, every time I start in the next episode, in the next part of Doki Doki Literature Club, every time I start an episode, I'm gonna check the files. Every time I end an episode, I'm gonna check the files. And, of course, in a actual episode, if something goes weird, I'll check the files. So, just so you guys know that. But anyway, it's time to share freaking poems! Okay? So we're gonna do that. And Jake, you can help Yuri put away the tea set, right? Yeah, of course! Yeah, of course we can! Okay, thanks. The spell is absurdly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah, I'll take care of the pot. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. Box of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up ever again. Alrighty. Who should I show my poem to first? Should we go just regular, whatever? You know what? Let's go with Natsuki first. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say that it's any better either. So it's meh. Phew. Huh? Phew what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take as a win. I'm a very positive guy. And I get the feeling that you're probably the most critical. Hey! What makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment? Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. Something tells me Natsuki's completely missed the point. Come to think of it, what kind of... This kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from earlier. Eh? You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her so long, you might have been on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so... fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That was unnecessary, calling me dead weight. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly around like letting go of a balloon. You could say that we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Yes! Let's see if it's simplistic like last time. Here. Amy likes spiders. Well, it definitely has more to it this time. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I hear her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I try not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? And that's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm going to tell everyone. Well, this kinda... Are you a prejudiced little girl, Natsuki? I mean, just because somebody likes spiders, you don't like them. Because, obviously, spiders are a substitute for something else. I'm not really sure what that might be. But you don't like someone, even though they're a good person, just because of one little thing. So either that's either a reflection of herself, as in she is Amy, or she is the narrator of this poem and doesn't like Amy because she likes spiders. Either way, not a good position to be in, Natsuki. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I can do. No, of course not. No. Anyways, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues in a much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. No, I wouldn't say stupid. Like anyone who agrees that a subject of this poem is it. Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is a ignorant jerk. Why do people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks my... That doesn't matter. It could be about anything. I wrote it to be easy, to relate to. No, it has something to do with you. I'm fairly certain of it. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Sometimes that's something that they're afraid if people find out they'd make fun of or think less of you. Oh, Natsuki has a dirty little secret. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes? As long as you're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. And I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing useless unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotion is important. But I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that! Believe it! You got it, Natsuki. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, too. So, look forward to it. Alright, you got it. Who should we get to next? Let's go to our good girl, Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. Oh, well, I don't really know. I just chose a bunch of words. Oh. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Jake, this one might even be better than yesterday's. Whoa! I've progressed! Not only have I stayed, on the same playing field, I have elevated. Didn't go down, that's what's important. How do you even pick up this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kinds of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a great job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Just take your time. It's okay. I'm not going anywhere. It's club activities, remember? Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Well, that's good! It's good to be happy! So you're saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Even me? Would I laugh at you? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah. I do. If it's with you. Of course it's with me. Ah, yes! Back to the curse of handwriting. I'm very good at reading that. No, I'm not. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of the night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuffling of a raccoon outside my window. Tanuki! That was, I believed, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as a is that unordinary? Yes, it's unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread. My subconscious, well aware of the consequences. Well aware that the raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The exciting beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my healthy curiosity, the raccoon, and word I cannot make out. Jeez, freaking... An urge! That's what it is! The U and the R were just blending together. The moon... the moon... Increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. Don't you think about doing anything with that cutting knife? The very same light that glitters in my eye, in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto a newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon slows. It shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Oh! So... Alrighty. This one's a lot deeper, a lot more psychological. So... You enticed an animal, the raccoon, in with bread. And you've given it bread. So now it likes you. But now you have sort of trained it in a way that you can take out the knife and it knows what's coming. But then you feed yourself the bread. So, or is it the whole idea of feeding yourself again, the concept that you have power over this creature? Yuri, are you a sociopath? Are you a sociopath? That might very well be the case. It was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. Ah, are your hobbies per se cutting bread? Or maybe cutting raccoons? It's those sort of things that I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Huh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About someone being ridiculed for having strange interests? Eh? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody. She's right! I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. That's interesting. To me, she seems like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? People don't tell her... Oh, please don't tell her I said that! Don't worry, I have no reason to. I'm a guy, remember? I don't play mind games. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. Hi. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Once again, I'm a guy. That's what I'm supposed to be. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Jake. That's exaggerating a bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now, I feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing. Really. It's nothing. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Well, that's good. She's coming out of her shell. Let's go talk to Sayori. Oh! I like this one, Jake. It has some nice feelings in it. Ah, I'm glad. Doesn't that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know. You're supposed to choose a favorite. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. But that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure if that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Come on, you're giving me nothing to work with, Sayori. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep that in mind. Well, whatever. Guess it's the best I can do. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. Is there a word? There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet! That's a word. Yeah! I like things that are happy and the things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud over you in your head, a sad poem can help you give the rain cloud a little hug. And it makes a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. It is? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Hey! Literature club is working! Thanks, Jake. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? Okay. Let's see. This one's called Bottles! I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. That's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. You literally popped off your head. Okay, not weird at all. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts and bottles all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feels a certain way. Down comes the bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hidden in all the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time's elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in comes my friends. In they come, in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after another, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Alrighty, so Sayori wants to make people happy, but she feels like she fails far too much, and that affects her. That's what I'm getting out of this one. Very simple. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monika taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly, like not in a bad way. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about this. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah! Writing's the best! I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Well, don't get ahead of yourself, please. Sayori always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this will be one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Alrighty, let's go to Monika. Hi again, Jake. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I want to count on that. You never know. Oh, want to share what you wrote for today? Sure. Here you go. I give my poem to Monika. Alright. This one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery is better than the last time I read. Just wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature. It's like a light turns on inside her. Flip a switch. Flip the old switcheroo. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what goes on in that head of hers? You know, probably girl things. I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just meant that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still, defending her like that, you must be pretty into her. Well, I wouldn't say that. You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend. Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Ah, I see, in love with her books. Monika kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that. What? Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alrighty, let's take a look-see. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless, cacophony. I knew the word, I just had to get it in my head. Of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Load me? I think you're missing some stuff there, Monika. But, So, sine, cosine, and tangent. That's high-tier math stuff right there. High-tier math equation stuff right there. But it almost seems like Monika's being bombarded by a lot of stuff. But I don't understand why it ends with of meaningless. Because it doesn't... It feels like there should be something else there. And then it just has load me. What does that even mean? It's even more abstract than the last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing that I never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with space on the paper. Oh yeah, because you like... You're like YouTube comments when they're like, spoiler alert! Choosing where and how to spare your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. Once again, with the magic. It's like, people were taught, like... with these poems, it's like, we've had magic be a common thing, and hobbies be a common thing. The way I write the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with a reader. It's playing in a way that not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip for the day. Sometimes you'll feel yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Save my game? Sit. Are you getting meta on me? Are you getting meta on me? You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is that even a tip about writing? No, it's not! No, it's not! But I'm gonna save! Thank you very much for telling me to do so! Oh boy! What am I even talking about? Yeah! That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yeah, okay! Yeah, okay! Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today. So, if someone could come sit at the front of the room... Is it about the festival? Well, sort of. Do you really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll end up just embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. You're getting a kind... We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I have designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Oh, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing! Performing?! Theater! My calling. Performing? Monika? Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us is going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite their poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori's been who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monika? You didn't. You didn't already start putting up posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's a that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea, it's just a terrible idea! But I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask of them to recite their poems out loud for a whole room full of people. I guess I just overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. And we start the event, and if we start the event and each put on a good performance, then we will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. Saving the rainforest. I don't know why I brought that up. I just wanted to. Robin Hood Men in Tights. That's where that's from. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. I feel that it takes... and if all it takes is standing in front of a room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. You're making us feel bad! Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree! I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monika have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright! Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expressant faces. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, don't say such things. No, really don't. Please don't. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way! Monika! This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. It'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monika flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. Then she stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. There are little butterflies, and the way they fly is with wings. Monika begins reciting her poem. Her clean, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. It is something she's done before, or is simply a natural. I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recession. The four of us applaud. Very good! Very good, Miss Meta! Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika! Thank you so much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. What? Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clenches the sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances around at us. You can do it, Yuri! You can do it! We believe in you. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. And why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure, and she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she finishes and it's over. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. Super Jake to the rescue! I'm the first to start applauding. Very good, bravo! Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not like we didn't want to applaud her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. You did good! Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. She doesn't say anything. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Ah. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori. It's a lot harder than I thought. How do you guys do it so easily? Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. I see. Yes. Very good. Okay, then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow, it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. Ah, yes! She likes bittersweet things. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is why what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud. Bravo! I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even Jake liked it. Well, of course I've liked all of them. Come on, don't say that. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nice, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours, well, where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. That might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. So pretty much different poems need different, like, expressions and ways to actually, like, get the poem out. That's, well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Then next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Well, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Jake. It's not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Well, why do you say that? You don't know that. I mean, your poems are simple, yeah, but I mean, they're not terrible. Might as well let Jake lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Thank you. Natsuki. It's fine, it's fine. It's okay. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I'm sorry, it's late. I'm yawning a bit. I stand up and step to the front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finished, I received applause anyway. Well, thank you. I guess participation is worth something, I guess. Sorry, I'm not really good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alrighty, then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets up out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called... It's called... Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, this poem is called Jump. Jump, jump, crisscross will make you jump, jump. Mac Dad will make you jump, jump. I need to plug in the camera, or else I'm gonna run out of battery. That'll be bad because I'm in the middle of a friggin' game. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little, but only a little. While she still is a little unenthused, her poem has a rhyme and rhythm to it, or rhythm and rhyme. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down, as if given life to the poem, much like jumping! Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. Bravo! She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You'd better not make me do that again. Well... Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people, but when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's like the opposite of everyone else, really. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I thought it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is. So, well, I guess in that case, we won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Oh, jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite then. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you've been putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As far as the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. All right. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monika, but I'll do my best to get through it. Yeah. For the sake of the club and impressing Monika. Then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal about it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's okay, Jake. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. Gotta get going. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder, and that's normal for you. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. Let's just say, one day, Yuri asked to... let's just say that one day, Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Let's see. Oh, no! Decision time! Well, I don't know about that, guys, but I'm gonna take what Monika said earlier. I'm gonna save right here. And with that, I'm also going to end this episode. So, my friends, I hope that you've enjoyed this episode. Things are getting a little bit meta, and things might be getting a little bit more weird in this game now that we're starting to get there. So, I hope that you enjoyed this game, this part of Doki Doki Literature Club. Like and favorite if you've enjoyed. Subscribe if you feel inclined to. And I'll see you guys next time out there in YouTube land. Be a good person. Tip your waitresses. Keep moving forward. And I'll see you guys next time. See you then. Yeah-yo!